Hey guys, this is Luke. I'm going to be talking to you about the 5 things I learned while making The Gap. The first tip is to think like a photographer. You want to get your framing and your kind of decor and everything in such a way that it's visually appealing just in the one frame. It really helps to pull the scene together. Tip number 2. Tip number 2 is don't be afraid to do something small. When you're working on a short film, don't be afraid to do something that, isn't too complicated. I mean, you definitely want to go with a subject matter that sparks some interest, but you don't have to have it be too elaborate, because if you're trying to make a short film, the more elaborate it is, the more likely it's going to fall into the feature length kind of category. So yeah, just don't be afraid to do anything small. Tip number 3. Tip number 3 is something that most people usually kind of figure out. The less you show, the better. So with The Gap, I didn't really show the monster a whole lot. I had kind of intended on showing the monster more, but as I kind of thought about it, other than the whole fact that I'd have to do this huge makeup project and that would have just been way too much. The other thing is, I guess it just makes it a lot creepier when you don't know what the creature looks like or what happens to the kids in it. It just kind of gives it makes it so it's a little bit more unsettling than if you were to show what happens to the kids or the monsters or anything like that. So it's always good to show a little bit less. Tip number 4 is something I kind of figured out in my last movie. I heard, but this time I kind of tested it, and it actually proved to be a little bit more helpful. I tested my movie on other mediums, so I tested it on like a TV and then on PC and then just on like iPhone and stuff like that, just to see how people are going to view it, because last time when I played I Heard on somebody's TV, the audio was absolute garbage. It was totally fine on my laptop and a lot of other mediums, but on TV without any surround sound speakers, it was just garbage. So I tested, The Gap on TV this time, and I actually noticed some of the effects weren't transitioning the same way on TV versus just seeing it on my computer. So that allowed me to kind of troubleshoot that before I release it to like full audience. So it's always good to test it on different mediums. So tip number 5. Tip number 5 is, don't think that this is going to be the last movie that you do. I really enjoyed making this movie, and I think it turned out well, but I could see some people, who are making movies and stuff thinking that, this one has to be absolutely perfect. And I'll admit, The Gap definitely has its flaws, but, I still had fun doing it, and I know that in the future, I'm going to be making more and more movies, so what does it matter, if I do a couple mistakes here and there, in the end, it's just kind of more of a learning journey. So don't don't think that the movie that you're currently working on has to be the absolute best thing ever. Just be happy, going through the filmmaking adventure. So that's it for my 5 things, and I guess I'll see you guys in completely